Hello everyone, and welcome to day number 99, every day of the Chofetz Chaim. Today we begin the 6th chapter of the laws of Rechilos. Chofetz Chaim writes in halacha number 1, it is forbidden to accept Rechilos even if it is said in public, and a person is not allowed to believe that it is true just because it is said in public fashion, although if it is something that you do need to know, then you can be concerned that it might come to be and take the necessary precautions, as always. And in halacha number 2, the Chofetz Chaim says that the same way we explain when it comes to Lashon Hara, that you are not allowed to accept it even if it is said in front of that person. The same is true of Rechilos, meaning to say, if somebody goes over to someone and says, you said something about so-and-so, or you did something to so-and-so, and the person doesn't deny it, that is still not ground to believe it. And even if this person is someone who normally would not be silent if someone accused them of something, and in this time they are silent and they are not denying it, nevertheless, we're still not allowed to accept that as proof that it is in fact the case. And the Chofetz Chaim continues to say that this is true even if this information applies to you, meaning he went over to that person and said, you said something about this person, referring to you yourself, or you were going to do something to this person, again referring to you yourself. Even so, a person is not allowed to believe that it is true, even if the person does not deny it, because as we've always learned, when it comes to accepting Lashon Hara or Rechilos, it is applicable whether the information is true or not, and whether it is said in front of the person who is involved or not. In all of those cases, it is forbidden to accept it, and it is forbidden to say it. And therefore, according to the speaker's own words, he himself is in violation of the prohibition of Rechilos, and that makes him a person who is not trustworthy, because if he can say Rechilos, then he could also be lying or making things up, and therefore a person is not allowed to accept that as truth, again, even if the person that is being said about is right in front of you, and they are not denying it even if they normally would. Nevertheless, this is not grounds to believe that the report is true, and again, as always, you would be allowed to take necessary precautions, but you would certainly not allowed to believe that it is in fact true.